presence in the Middle East has now officially come to an end. It had already ended militarily, when President Assad fled the country for asylum in Moscow, and Ahmed Hussein al-Shara, widely known by his nom de guerre Abu Muhammad al-Jolani, took over Syria. Since al-Jolani had been fighting Russia and had defeated it, it was only to be expected that he would make sure that Russia would have no presence in that country. And so, as expected, on January 20, 2025, al-Jolani's government of Syria cancelled the long-standing agreement with Russia regarding the Tartus port, a significant development that alters the balance of power in the region. The new Syrian government, which emerged after the ousting of Bashar al-Assad, annulled a 49-year investment deal with the Russian company Stroytransgaz, which was originally signed in 2019. This agreement allowed Russia to manage the port, and required a minimum investment of $500 million for its modernization efforts. Here are the key details of the termination. The management of Tartus port will now revert to the Syrian state, with all revenues from port operations benefiting Syria rather than Russia, which previously received 65% of the profits. Tartus served as Russia's only naval base in the Mediterranean, and so crucial for its military logistics and operations. The loss of this facility represents a strategic setback for Moscow, particularly amid ongoing military engagements in Ukraine. The new administration of al-Jolani plans to restructure port operations to enhance efficiency and competitiveness. This includes reducing customs duties by 60% on certain goods, and lifting bans on previously restricted imports. 3 days earlier, on January 17, Syria had also announced the ban of goods imported from Russia, as well as Iran and Israel. The decision to terminate the Tartus agreement means that Russia's ambitions in the Middle East have now ended, and its military presence in the Mediterranean severely reduced. The Tartus naval base had been crucial for Russia, providing logistical support, maintenance, and resupply capabilities for its naval operations in the Mediterranean and Africa. Losing this facility limits Russia's operational capacity, and reduces its ability to project power in the region. Without Tartus, the Russian Navy will no longer have a meaningful presence in the region. While Russia may seek to establish bases in other countries, like Libya or Algeria, these alternatives lack the same infrastructure and capabilities as Tartus, which makes them inadequate substitutes for maintaining a robust naval presence in the Middle East. The loss of Tartus undermines Russia's position as a regional power. It not only affects military logistics, but also diminishes Russia's influence in the Middle East and Africa, where it has sought to project strength and support allied regimes, especially those eager to join BRICS. There remains the airbase at Mamim, but reports indicate that it is now non-operational. If al-Jolani does not want Russians in Tartus, he is hardly going to agree to let them stay in Mamim. It is only a matter of time before this airbase is closed. And so, the loss of Tartus is significant for Russia. It undermines its status as a global power, and its ability to project influence in the Middle East. The loss of Tartus also complicates Russia's military posture, because it limits its naval operations in the Mediterranean. The inability to protect Tartus signals a decline in Russia's military capabilities and strategic flexibility. Other regional players, such as Turkey and Israel, no longer need to coordinate with Russia in order to carry out their aims and objectives. Russia's failure to maintain its ally has led to a significant reputational hit, because it raises questions about Russia's reliability as an ally, and this will certainly prompt other nations to reconsider their ties with Moscow, thus affecting Russia's broader geopolitical strategy. Some suggest that Russia is simply shifting focus to other strategic locations like Libya and Algeria. Although Russia has 4 military bases in Libya, but none in Algeria, it has no naval base in either country that can serve as a replacement for the loss of Tartus. Building a naval base in either of these two countries will not be an easy task, especially given the greater ambitions of the United States in Africa. And so, as expected, Syria is now another client state of the West in the Middle East.